Hey you guys, so this is a little small animal collab that I'm doing with a few other, Plushie members. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how to make this cute little turtle. This is, the one I'm making the tutorial. This is the one I, made, before this. So yeah, I think they're so cute, and yeah, they're 3D. They're completely customizable. You can do whatever color you want. Oh wow, that's weird lighting right there. I don't know why that happened. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, choose whatever color you want. It doesn't matter. As you can see, there's no such thing as a pink turtle, but I did pink anyways. So yeah, let me show y'all how to make these. And y'all check out the other members once they upload their tutorials. So yeah. Hey you guys. So this is gonna be a tutorial how to make my turtle. Sorry. Um. So basically, what you're gonna need are for these shapes, it's pretty much the shape that I use for spheres, but cut in half. You're gonna need 4 of these, and you put 2 and 2 and put them into pairs. And this can be completely customizable. It doesn't have to be a certain color. Obviously this one, turtles aren't pink, so you can see what I mean. But yeah, just choose whatever colors. So these are, well, what you're gonna need is, these are gonna be a darker shade. Then you're going to need your lighter shades, which would include the head. Again, well, not again, but like, you can make the head longer, bigger, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. The feet, you're going to need 8 of these, 2 in each pair, so that'll make 4. This will be the same shade as the head. Then you're going to need the tail. This you can make bigger, longer, smaller, or no tail, it doesn't matter. So yeah, then you're gonna need the bottom piece, which is, well, I mainly use cream felt, just cause, yeah, I don't know, any other colors will look weird to me, but yeah, you can put whatever color you want, it doesn't matter. I just use cream on my turtles. And then, this is optional, but you can have a big strip of the darker shade, and this is gonna be the little, I don't know if y'all noticed, but sometimes turtles will have that little thingy around the shell. Don't know what is it or something, but yeah, you can just add that. It's optional, you don't have to. Anyways, let's just get to the basic turtle, and let's get going. Okay, so let's start off with the shell. So what you're going to do is take, remember it's 2, take 1 pair. You're just going to sew from one point all the way to the top. Start right there, and you're going to do the exact same thing with the other one, from this point all the way to the top. For some of y'all that already made, seen my sphere tutorial, this is pretty much the same thing, so this is familiar to y'all. So yeah, let me go on to the next step then. Okay, so once you got it sewn up, like I said, you're gonna open them up, do not turn inside out, and open both of them up, and place them at the very top, where they meet right here. You're just gonna pin these 2 flaps over here, pin them down, and you should get this shape. And it'll be like this. Do not pin this down over here, just make sure these 2 are connected up here. Okay, so let me just pin that down real quick, show y'all how that looks. If you don't have pins, that's fine. You can do alternative ways. Like just hold it down, or you can just sew a little, like 1 blanket stitch on a little piece just to hold it down. But yeah, and that's how it should look like. So now that you got this shape, you're gonna sew. As you can see, these are together, these are not. You're gonna sew from this point all the way to the top, and make sure it connects with these 2. And the same over here. This point all the way to the top. So it's just going to be 4 lines meeting up at 1. And yes, you had to close this part up. Don't forget to close it up. And this down here, just leave it open, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so once you got your little thing sewn up like this, all connected, and leave the bottom, don't turn it inside out. Get your tail, sew it up, and down. Leave one area open, the small one. Turn it inside out and stuff it, and then I'll show you what to do with it and everything else. Okay, so I got my little cute tail sewn up and stuffed. Now here, like I said, this is optional. You do not have to do this. But if you do, what you're going to do is fold it in half and just do a very small stitch very close to the edge, and just sew all the way in your strip. It doesn't matter if the strip is long enough, but just make sure it's not too short. So yeah, just fold it and just very small stitches to very close to the edge as you can, and try to sew it up so that it can have that shape once you're through. And the reason for this is because if you do that, this will make your life so much easier, because you're about to see what I mean. I filmed a tutorial where you had to fold while you pin it. It was just, I knew I was going to confuse some of y'all. So yeah, this is much easier. Just sew it up, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, okay, sorry. So as you can see, I just did stitches right here, very close to the edge. And get your tail ready. Anyways, now this is not how I normally do the turtle, but this is the only way I could find to make the video short and so that y'all can understand it, because the other piece that I started filming took like 7 minutes on this one part, and it was really confusing, so I didn't think any of y'all would understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all probably would, but anyways, now what you're going to do is find a little area where you want your head, and this is also going to be where you're going to turn inside out and stuff. Okay, just find a place, like I guess right here is where the head's going to be. Then on the opposite side is where your tail is going to be. And if you're not really sure, you can use a ruler, you can just use this. You can just measure. This is going to be my head, and my tail will be over here. So I'm going to put my finger right here, and I think I dropped my tail somewhere down here. That's funny to say. Got it. Okay, so get your tail and place it right there. And leave it right there. You can pin it down if you want, which, now that I think about it, I might have to do, because I really don't want it to get out of place. Okay, so this is where the tricky part starts. Now, oh no, the pin looks ugly. Now, wherever you said you wanted your head, take this, turn it inwards. The tail too. Everything's going inwards right here, because when you turn it inside out, this is going to be the outside. And everything else, the ugly part, is going to be the inside. So, right where you want your head to be, leave a little space, because you're going to have to turn this inside out. And when you stuff your head, it's going to be wider and all that, and you're obviously going to need space. So just find enough space, start right here, and now what you're going to do is start pinning all the way around like this till you reach around this area, and I'll show you what to do when you're around this area. Okay, so as you can see, started pinning around, pin over your tail, don't forget that, you really need to. And then once you're over here, you're just gonna pin and leave about that much space. Just pin right here and cut this off. Cut off excess. And don't worry if, like, you stitched it like I did. These stitches, they're not important once you get around this step. As long as you have it pinned down and you're going to the next step, you're good. So just pin to right here and cut off excess. So I'd pin just one more, and just cut it off. And I really don't care about those stitches, because if they do start showing, I can just start removing or cut off. So yeah, a little bit, cut off a little bit more than that. Okay, so around there's good. And this is going to be the hole that you turn inside out and you stuff. So yeah, that is very important, and that's also going to be where your head's going to go. So as you can see, everything's pinned down. Now sew it on, well, along and with the cream felt, the circle. Sew it till you reach all the way around. Then you can take all your pins out, and then I'll show what you do after that. Okay, so this is done. As you can see, I took out the old stitches that I made to hold this together. I just ripped them out and took them out, and then I just sewed the tail sewn in too. So yeah, this is how it should look like. Now, take your other piece that you've sewn the shell, sharpen it up a little. Now place it wherever you want to place it. Like, I'm going to align this part with the tail, so I'll place it over, and this side is going to be the head, so it'd be around like this. So like I said, just keep it like around that area, sharpening it up. And now what you're going to do, this is going to get like, well, sorry, this is a lot of pinning, but now what you're going to do is pin it down to the other piece that you already sewn and go all the way around. And just do that all the way around. But try to keep it aligned, like the tail and this seam right here is going to be right like aligned. This seam and the head, well, it's not here yet, but that's going to be aligned. So just try to keep it like that. And the reason for that is that's going to help you fit the shell, because when you turn the shell inside out, it's going to look awkward with the tail way over here and all the seams out of whack. Like, so yeah, just try to. So yeah, I know it will get a little tricky, but just keep pinning all the way around, except for this area where you didn't put any of that strip on. Leave that open, because you're not going to sew. So yeah, after you pin all the way around, sew it up just like you sewed the other part. It's going to be a lot to sew because it's like 4 layers, but you can get it done. And yeah, like I said, this piece right here is optional. If you only wanted to do the shell, all you had to do was pin it the same way, pin it to the tail, and sew it up, and that's pretty much it. But if I would have done it the other method, the way I did this turtle, it would have been too much to handle, because if this isn't how I normally do it, I'd like pin everything together and then I sew everything one time. But that video would have been longer, because I was trying to explain to y'all and I felt like I was confusing myself too. So yeah, so just keep doing this and until you reach and you're good. Then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so after you got it all sewn up, I try keeping it in line with the other seams. You're gonna open this little gap up and turn it inside out. And this can get tricky, which I highly recommend one of these stick thingies. It comes in my package of polyester fiber fill that I buy. It comes in it. It's more for stuffing, but it can also be used to push things out, as you can see. And yeah, just be careful with the way you push it out, not to push out certain seams or stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just finished. Well, I really hope this video isn't gonna take that long. I really didn't meant for it that long. So yeah, as you can see, it's coming out. And now to show y'all the basic shape, how it looks without being stuffed yet, then I'll explain to y'all. Okay. Okay, so this is a shell. As you can see, the tail is in there. I usually sew the tail after everything is stuffed and all that, but this time I just made it easier for y'all. This is a little thingy right here. You can choose to stuff this if you want, but I really don't. And right here's where the head's gonna go. So, now that you got to turn it inside out, stuff it, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so this is my turtle shell once it's all done. So yeah, you can just press it on the top just to tweak around the shape and all that. Anyways, now that you got this done, get your other 5 pieces. For the head, you're going to sew from this little point all the way around right there. Turn it inside out and stuff. Now for these, you're going to sew from that point around the curve right there, turn it inside out and stuff. Then I'll show you how to put these on, and we'll pretty much be done after that. Okay, so once I got the head and all the pieces, I'm sorry about the background noise, I'm watching TV. Anyways, once I got all these stuffed and turned inside out and all that, you're going to take your shell, and you're going to take your head, and place it this way, like this, and place it on the shell, and just sort of tweak around how you have it, like how high you want it, or if you want it low. Do not put it like this, because it will, you'll be dragging its head, and he'll be sad. So place it with the long end downwards, and his head will be higher. So yeah, just sew that on here, fell stitch, it doesn't matter, just sew that on, and he'll look like that on the bottom, like that on the top. So yeah, just figure out where you want them around this area, and then just sew it up. You can also close this up and then put his head on. It doesn't really matter, as long as you put the head on, just don't forget that. And then I'll show you what to do with the limbs. Okay, so once I got my head sewn on, as you can see, I just sewed it on. She looks pretty much okay. So now turn them over, get your limbs ready, and just determine where you want them. Just place them around, like the back ones would be right here and all that. Once you determine where you want it, pull this little flap back and just start sewing it on. Just sew it on with a fell stitch, but do sew it all the way to that little seam right there, so that it's not showing any cream felt and all that. So yeah, just sew it on and wherever you want them on the limbs. So yeah, let me show you how that looks once it's completely done. Okay, so yeah, sorry about the lighting. So yeah, that's how I already attached all 4 limbs. So yeah, that's how you make this cute little turtle. The face, I don't have a face because, I mean, that's up to y'all. Y'all can put whatever face y'all want in the eyes. It doesn't matter, so y'all can do that. So yeah, I really hope y'all like this tutorial. I want to show y'all, both my turtles and show you how they look. Okay, you guys, so I really hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a little turtle. See, they stand up on their own, which I think is so cute. So yeah, what was it? Okay. Yeah, just go check out the other people's, tutorials. I'll link them down in the description once they, upload. And yeah, like, favorite, subscribe, do whatever. So yeah, y'all just keep leaving me requests and other videos and all that, and slowly I'll get to it. This was actually a request that someone made. I cannot remember the username, but they requested a turtle, but they didn't want to see turtle, so I had so I just made one of these. So yeah, I hope this is what you were looking for. I can't remember your username, I'm sorry. But yeah, hope y'all enjoy. Bye.